Liam, great to see you. How's your summer been, first of all?
It's been unbelievable. It's been nice to have some rest. I actually did manage to switch off for a week and go out to Orlando with my family, which was really important. But then even when I was over there, I'm still thinking about the team, how we can improve, the players we need to bring in, the players who we can let go. It's constant. But it's nice to be back here, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what's to come.
You and your coaches went out to Istanbul with the owner and Tan, the vice chairman. How was that experience of the Champions League final?
It was absolutely incredible. And again, thank you to Arjun for giving us what was an unbelievable experience. And I was speaking with Justin and Dawson, Tan walking out from the stadium after Man City picked up the trophy. It inspires you. When you see success happen in front of your eyes, you want it for yourself. And they were they've been so good and so consistent in the way that they work, and they work so hard for each other. It's no surprise to see them win the treble. And that's something that we need to look at. To be the best you can be, you have to look at the best around you. And at the moment, to watch Manchester City win the Champions League live is as inspiring as it gets.
Reflecting on last season, what did you learn yourself as a young coach and about your team heading into this campaign?
What I learned excites me. I learned we can be consistent. I learned that the players have really picked up the tactical information we've given them, the information, not just tactical and on the pitch, but the values that we now stand by. The work rate, the levels of application every day in training and in games has gone through the roof. And I'm really, really excited to see them all again and get back to work. And I'm also excited because they know the process. The players know what they're walking back into. They know how we're going to work, how we're going to operate. We're going to work really, really hard because you need to get fit. But at the same time, I want us to enjoy the way that we play, enjoy what we do every single day. And I'm really looking forward to getting back on Monday and getting going.
The defensive record improved markedly following your appointment. How encouraging is that heading into the season that we have that platform on which to build?
Yeah, that's something that you need. You need a platform, you need the players to understand what you do. You also need players who you identify that are committed for the club long term. So for us to extend our captain's contract, Louis, I was delighted, and you've got our two centre halves, Alfie and Maka, have been outstanding for us. They've all deserved it. Regan getting his new deal. I want to build something, as well as David Robson, a younger goalkeeper, and hopefully a couple more to come that I can't speak about now. So we're trying to build something. We're trying to build a platform. It might not be as exciting in June or in May at the end of the season, but I want us to be excited at the start of May next season, and that's when it really matters. And we're working really, really hard, not just on contract renewals, on shaping a squad and moulding a squad that's going to give us the best possible chance of success for next season.
How important was it to tie those players down to longer term deals and have that continuity within the group?
Massively. In every team, if you want success, you need a core group of players who stand for the right values, who do the right things, who are consistent in the way that they work. And every single player that we've re-signed has completely deserved their new contract and is going to have huge value for us moving forward. So I'm absolutely delighted with that, and that's just as important as the players coming in the building. I said in my first press conference, we was talking about recruitment. It's the players you have in the building who are the most important ones. If we can now add and tweak in certain areas of the pitch, we can be a real force next season, and it's something I'm really looking forward to.
Where do you feel we do need to add and tweak?
Yeah, it's clear. Our goal scoring record last season from when I came in, I want us to score more goals. I want us to be an offensive team. But when I did join the club, our defensive record was pretty much the worst in all 4 divisions. So it takes time and it's a process. Now we've got that platform and that base, we can really start to look at how we can score more goals, how we can be more offensive. And that's where they're the areas that we're looking to recruit in.
How much progress has been made on incomings?
Massive progress. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment because there's been no announcements, but it's not just about bringing players in, it's about bringing the right players in. And normally the right players you want to bring in, there's competition from other clubs. Now I'm in a really good place with our targets. I'm really, really comfortable and excited about the signings that are going to come, and actually not far away from concluding. So you'll see when they're announced, there'll be a real reasoning. There'll be an understanding of why we've signed the players we've signed, why it's taken us a little bit longer. But I'd much rather have the group that I want to work with than be rushed and be anxious and make bad decisions. And that's the route we're going down this year.
As well as up front, are there any other positions that you're targeting?
Left back is crucial. Obviously Callum Elder was magnificent for me, magnificent for the football club. I've just seen he signed for Derby, and good luck to him at a very, very good club. So yeah, left back is an area that we're looking to address, and not just address, but we're looking to really, really improve that area as well. And the calibre of players that we've been speaking to that in that area are players that people will be, even for a left back or full back like me, people will be excited if we get the deal that we want over the line.
Is there the potential for players who were here last season on loan to come back here permanently?
It's something we'll look at. We're also looking at players who haven't been in the building before. Aaron Connolly did great, but he was injured for a long period, and I want players around who are going to give us the best chance of consistency week in, week out. So it's something that we could address later on in the window, but at the moment our focus is on bringing in players who weren't here last season.
What do you have in mind for the players who were out on loan from here and are returning to the club this summer?
I want to have conversations with them in person. So obviously Brandon Fleming went out to Oxford, and all the reports I spoke to, I know a lot of people at the club, the incoming manager and the previous manager and coaches at the club. I know Brandon probably didn't play the games he wanted to play, but his attitude and his enthusiasm in terms of those reports was absolutely top. So I want to speak to the players who are out on loan and give them a clarity in what we're doing here, and see where we move forward with them.
Is there the potential for contracted players to be sold during this transfer window?
Yeah, there always is at every football club. Every single player at club has a price. It has to be right for the football club. But I know the group that I have now, there's not one player there that is pushing to leave the football club. They want to be here. So for me, everyone that comes back is going to be pushing to be successful at this club. And then if our offer comes in and we say, do you know what, we can't refuse that, and that's good for us to reinvest in the squad, then all of a sudden it becomes a different conversation.
When the players return on Monday, what have you got planned for them in pre-season?
I can't wait. No, Monday will be screening and testing, making sure that they kept to the body weights that we spoke about and the fat percentages and all of those things, making sure they're screened and medically checked. And then Tuesday we'll get to train, and I'm looking forward to it. And I know a few players are anxious about it. Good, because it's going to be hard, but they're going to enjoy it. And we need to get fit, but I'm not a manager that wants the players running around parks for 3 hours. We'll get fit playing football, and I'm really looking forward to starting that process on Tuesday.
How beneficial is it that these players are adjusted to your methods already? They've been playing that way for a number of months now.
It's so crucial. So when we start this pre-season, and we've got a really exciting game against Galatasaray, what a great way to start your pre-season in Turkey. But they're going to have a clear understanding already, going away, understanding the way we want to play, understanding where we can improve. It gives you such a good platform to be successful for a season, and I'm really looking forward to it.
What's the expectation for this season?
To finish as high as we can. We played Luton the last game of the season, and I'm seeing them celebrate at Wembley. Now, Luton weren't shouting from the rooftops that they wanted to make the playoffs. They made the playoffs the previous season, but their mentality was to finish as high as they could. Coventry were the same. They get to the playoff final. I want us to play every game to win, home or away this season. And we'll see where it takes us. And I'm confident that if we fulfill our potential, that we'll have a really positive season, and we have as good a chance as anyone to finish in the playoffs.
What extra ingredients are required from the team that finished last season in 15th place?
I think you're naturally going to see a group of players who, because they understand the way that we play, are going to improve. That's why they've signed, the players I've signed have signed new contracts. It's not for them to perform at the level they've performed at now. It's for them to continue performing and improving the level. I mean, I want to fit Benjamin Tete. I've got a fully fit Adama Traore, which I didn't have last season. So I'm not as panicked as a lot of people might think I am. Ozan Tufan is now completely adjusted to the way that we want to play. His performances were outstanding. I'm really happy with the group that I've got. I think there's a lot of room for them to improve and grow. It's just making sure that the ones that we do bring in, and we definitely will, add to that and make us a really consistent, strong team at this level.
Because we were so difficult to beat during your time here last season, it's more about converting draws into victories, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the small percentages and the small margins. But what we can't lose is that resilience and that toughness, and being horrible to play against and being hard to play against. So it's a really good place for us to be. If we can keep Adama fit, if we can keep Benjamin Tete fit, if we can add to our wide options, we are a really good team at this level, and that's a really good place to recruit from.
Last season we had so many injury problems. How do we avoid those as best we can?
I wasn't here, but we didn't have a pre-season that we will have this year with a settled group. We were recruiting players deep into pre-season, deep into the season, and that for any manager is really difficult. That's the beauty of this season. Everything feels settled, everything feels stable. The players will be back on the first day. They know that they've got a 6-week pre-season, which gives you the best chance of not getting injured through the whole season. So that's what we'll be working towards. The plans have been done. We know exactly what days we're going to train. The players will get their schedule. We know the loading that we need for every single day, and if we work to that, I'm really confident we'll have a much better injury record next season.
There's a lot of excitement. Memberships have gone on sale and it's been a fantastic response. And this place is going to be pretty full next season. How excited are you for the atmosphere inside this ground?
Well, our home record towards the end of the season was fantastic. You know, really, really good. And it's no coincidence that that coincided with the attendances we were getting. I really, really hope, and I'm really, really confident that this stadium will be full every single week next year, not just because of the membership scheme or because we've the prices that we've given in terms of membership is unbelievable. Again, credit to Ajin and Tan. They're trying to create a real togetherness and it's working. I want to see a group of people turning up at this unbelievable stadium every week, confident their team are going to win and pushing at the top end of the table, and it's my job to help create that.